Hello guys, welcome to my channel Civology, the study of civil engineering. Today in this video we are going to discuss about 10 types of foundation. As we all know that foundation is very critical, important and crucial element of any structure, and there are different factors which decide the type of foundation. So in this video we are going to discuss the types of foundations, which are mainly deep and shallow foundations, and these are further subdivided into footings and raft foundation, and footing is then subdivided into isolated footing, strap footing, spread footing and combined footing. Okay, and then there comes deep foundation. Deep foundation is subdivided into piers, piles, wells and caissons. We will discuss these types of foundation one by one, but before we start our today's topic, if you are new to my channel, you are requested to please subscribe it and don't forget to press the bell icon to get video updates. So let's get started. As we have already discussed that there are mainly two types of foundations, namely shallow foundation and deep foundation, and there are subdivisions of these two foundations. And let us discuss these types one by one. Okay, first one, we will have to decide what is the purpose of foundation and we will discuss it. And we know that foundation is provided to pass the load from building to the ground, okay, and to prevent the structure from sinking or collapsing, and to provide evenly distribute the weight of the structure, and to avoid differential or you can say unequal settlement, okay, and to prevent lateral movement of the structure. So these are the basic purposes of the foundations. Irrespective of the type of the foundation, these points should be fulfilled by the foundation type. Okay, so let's proceed, and the most important point is to increase the structural stability. If your foundation is not stable and not structurally stable, your building, your structure will not last for longer. Okay, so it is very important to make a firm foundation. Okay, so let us discuss the first one, which is shallow foundation, and it has two subtypes, which is footing and raft or mat foundations. Okay, and it has low depth. Shallow foundation, we are discussing shallow foundation. It has low depth, such as for residential buildings. It built close to the earth surface, as the name indicates. Shallow means not too deep. Okay, and it transfer loads at shallow depth. It is economical and it is most popular type of foundation for lightweight structures, and its depth is less than 6 feet, and examples include residential buildings. Okay, deep foundation, it is at higher depth, as the name indicates. This foundation goes deeper and it transfer loads to deep strata, and it has depth up to 250 plus feet, and examples include bridges and skyscrapers. Let us discuss the first type of shallow foundation. First one is raft, or it is also called as mat foundation. It is spread across the entire area of the building to support heavy structural loads from columns and walls. As you can see in this picture, a number of columns is being supported by a raft or mat. Okay, and it is provided to avoid separate foundation for walls and columns where loads on columns and walls are too high. It is provided to avoid uneven settlement, and it is designed as a single mat or combined footing of all the load bearing elements of the structure. So you don't need to design a separate foundation for single column. Okay, a same foundation and depth is provided below the load bearing structures like columns and walls. Such type of foundation is called as raft foundation. Raft foundation can support a number of columns and walls at once and spread the load out under the entire footprint of the building. The second type of shallow foundation is isolated or spread footing. isolated footing or isolated column footing. Each column has a separate footing in order to distribute its load uniformly over the soil, and it has different shapes like paired footing, step footing, and slope footings. These are all types of isolated footings. Okay. The third type of shallow foundation is strip footing, or it is also called as wall footing. Strip footing runs beneath the load bearing walls to help maintain the stability of the structure. As you can see over in this picture, this is the example of strip footing or wall footing. The width of the wall foundation is usually 2 to 3 times the width of the wall. As you can see over here, this width should be 2 to 3 times the width of the wall. The fourth type of shallow foundation is combined footing. When the bearing capacity of the soil is low and their footing overlaps each other. So there are two conditions for combined footing, that is when the soil stability, or you can say soil capacity, is low and the footing overlap each other, combined footing is provided. As you can see in this picture, combined foundations are economic when the columns are placed close to each other, and when the column is close to the property line and isolated footing would cross the property line or become eccentric. Okay, and dimensions of the one side of the footing are restricted to some lower value. And it has further two types, that is rectangular combined footing, or it has the shape of a trapezoidal combined footing. Okay, these are the subtypes of the combined footing. The fifth type of shallow foundation is cantilever or strap footing. As you can see over in this picture, strap footings are similar to combined footings as we discussed on the previous slide, and the foundation under the column is built individually and connected by a strap beam. As you can see over here, this is strap beam. Okay, and the exterior footing is connected by a strap beam with the interior footing. As I told you before, this is the exterior column and this is its foundation, and this is the interior column, and both footings are connected with the help of a beam. Such type of foundation is called as strap footing or cantilever footing. Now coming towards deep foundation. The first type of the deep foundation is piles. Pile is a cylinder member with a small cross-sectional area compared to its length. As you can see over in this picture, these are the piles which are underground. So these are the part of the substructure. Okay, these lies under the ground, below the ground. Okay, and it is used to transmit foundation loads to the deeper soils or rock strata when the bearing capacity of soil near the surface is relatively low. So you need to approach the hard surface. That's why you drill into the ground and reach the hard surface. So hard surface. Okay, as you can see in this picture, these are the, as I told before, it can be drilled for multi-story buildings or for bridges, etc. And the underground piling, or you can say the underground drilling, is called as pile, as you can see over here. And this is the hard strata. This is the hard strata, and this is the strata with low bearing capacity. Okay, so you will have to place the piers, and to reach, it should reach the hard strata, or it can be the friction pile. Okay, pile transmit load either by skin friction or by bearing. It's mean that the pile should reach the hard surface, or it should be so deep that it can resist the load by friction, by skin friction. Piles are used to resist structures against uplift and provide structure stability against lateral and overturning forces. The second type of deep foundation is piers. Pier foundation is a cylindrical structural member that transfers heavy load from the superstructure to the soil by end bearing. As you can see over here, here is pile. This structure is called as pile. Then there is pile cape. This is pile cape, and then it comes which is called as pier. This structure is called as pier, which is between pile cape and deck slab or transom. Okay, so Unlike piles, it can only transfer load by bearing and not by skin friction, as it is a part of a superstructure and it only bear load by bearing, not by skin friction. It is usually shallower than piles. It means that its depth is lower than piles. Okay. The third type of deep foundation is well and caisson foundation. It is a watertight retaining structure used as a bridge pier. As you can see over here, this pier is also made with the help of caisson foundation. It is usually constructed in running water and rivers, etc. Okay, or for construction of the dam. It is generally used in structures that require foundation beneath a river or similar water bodies. A caisson foundation is ready-made hollow cylinder depressed into the soil to the desired level and then filled with concrete, which ultimately converts to a foundation. Unlike pile foundation, which rarely has a diameter greater than 2 meters, caisson have width ranges between 10 to 30 meters. I hope you have liked this video. For more videos, you are requested to please subscribe the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get video updates. That's all for today.